And so as long as we have adopted the same kind of anti-black attitudes that many of the racist elements in this country have and have taught us that we have bought into, then unfortunately a lot of black people feel the same way about other black people as racist white people feel about black people. I mean, it's a sad reality, but it is absolutely true. Uh, I mean, I see it, just from the standpoint of teaching and how students will deal with a black instructor versus how they'll deal with a white instructor. I'm talking about black students. And the same kind of back talk and want to ask for all these extra time and so forth and so on that they ask from the black teacher. But the white teacher says it's due at this time, it's due at that time. They understand that they mean what they say, but black people can never mean what we really say. We're always talking crap. I mean, this is a general attitude and mindset that seems to be out there among a lot of black people, unfortunately. And that attitude and mindset is unfortunately reflective of where our heads are at this time, and is the primary source of the chaos and disrespect and disharmony that exists throughout our communities. We suffer from something called utengano, which is a Kiswahili word that means disunity, but deals with the acceptance of unacceptable behavior as normal. All right, and so it's gotten to the point that who's going to be surprised if there's a 14-year-old girl that's walking down the street pregnant? Who's going to be surprised if we got a bunch of 10-year-old boys walking down the street cussing like sailors? Who's going to be surprised if people are blasting all kind of X-rated music outside of their cars? I mean, disrespect has gotten to a point that it is viewed as normal and expected. And because of that, we are just mentally, out of it and stuff. How do you accept abnormal behavior as normal? How do you accept the youth trying to tell the adults what to do and when to go and so forth and so on? I mean, things are completely backwards. It's been done this way by design. This is all part of an attempt to destabilize the African American community and keep us in a destabilized state, because as long as we are focusing in on each other, we can't focus on what we really need to. So, I just want to kind of, in closing, would like to say that we have to seriously address issues of de-Africanization within the black community. I think we need to look at this whole notion of this instructional containment that is designed to separate us from our historical and cultural base and to dictate male-female relationships and child rearing practices. I mean, this comes out of Willie Lynch letter, but it's as true now as it was 200-300 years ago. I think we need to address what is called learned indifference. We have learned to be indifferent towards ourselves, where we have learned to be indifferent towards anything related to Africa, African people, African progress, African development. That when you mention it, you get this, I don't want to hear that black stuff kind of attitude. We need to look at an external locus of control versus an internal locus of control. In the black community, we have been taught to have an external locus of control, meaning that we don't believe that we within ourselves have the capacity to solve our own problems, that we need some powerful person from the outside to come in and save us and to come in and rescue us from ourselves, because we are incapable of doing this for ourselves. Whereas people who live in communities that have an internal locus of control believes that they are the captain of their fate and the masters of their ship, and they have within their capacity to solve whatever problems that they are faced with. They have the ability to solve those problems within their own group. Whereas we believe that we do not have the ability to solve those problems. We need some powerful outside person to come in and intervene. This is one of the problems I have with the election of Barack Obama, in that black people have a messiah complex. And I've seen pictures of Barack Obama with a halo around his head like he's Jesus or something. I hear people talking about him as though he's Jesus Jr. or something. In other words, there's this notion that we need a savior to come in and save us because we can't help ourselves. Our confidence has been taken away from us. And our ability to believe in ourselves, to have faith in ourselves, and our ability to solve our problems has been taken away from us. And we've gotten to a point that we think we can't do that. We need somebody else to step in for us. Until those issues can be addressed and adequately resolved, the problems in the black community are only going to continue to get worse in my estimation. Thank you very much.